Hey folks, good morning. It is Stephen here from TCTS Group and welcome back to another vlog here with TCTS Group TV. So it is Monday morning. We are sitting on 5:23 a.m. are for Dublin port, shipping out from Dublin to Holyhead, and then Holyhead through Wales. We have two clients in Wales, and then straight over to Manchester then for Monday. And this week I'm back in GB. So anyway guys, we need to get on the road here at the moment, and yeah, just follow us along. Anyway, let's go. Guys, so what we're at here at the moment, I think we've done a start to this video anyway, but we're on our way back over to England. We're in Dublin docks here at the moment, Dublin port, shipping out to Holyhead, and then we'll be heading for Manchester. Two quick jobs in Wales on the way down into Manchester. I'm going to stay in Dream Apartments again, Tom Smith's location, which if you click in somewhere on the screen here, you will get that link to the video that we've done a bit of a review of the Dream Apartments. So Dream Apartments, from a business point of view, we you know, it's extremely attractive to businesses like ourselves. But we're going over here, Adam, and we have continuity inspections to do. We have an independent vehicle inspection to do over, I think there's 6 different sites, and then we're down delivering training workshop management to the Ladywell Convent in Surry, and then we have a number of other jobs to pick up yeah, as we go along. A number of meetings with our GB team, a couple of consultations with new clients, and so it's nothing new. We're over here for the whole week. So anyway guys, if you want to get in touch with us at any stage, you know, drop us an email to info@tctsgroup.com. I put out in social media, which was on LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook. If you don't follow us on them platforms. And I had said to people, you know, we're in the area. If you want to meet up, you want a consultation, you want me to drop in, you want to discuss any of our services, to give us a shout. I see people starting to load here. I see the tug starting to do their business. Behind me I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 customs people. Can you get that mirror there? I don't know.
Yeah, got a glimpse of it.
Anything else guys, we just have to do the inspections that they have to do, asking about vaccinations and all as well. So it's the world we live in. Anyway, we're going to get a video shipping on here, or embarking the ship. So into the belly of the beast we go.
That's it, on we go.
I was just explaining to Adam here, you know, especially when you're coming on top deck or bottom deck, you know, most of the ports are that bad at communication. They're terrible at it. All the shipping, whether it's Irish Ferry, Stanley, Sea Truck, they're a disaster. They just presume everybody has been driving trucks, and you know, for years and years, and they just, you know, point up or point down. But when you have a new guy going on the boat and they haven't been trained, hence why our induction packages are so attractive, we will actually do a ferry crossing with the driver, get them to do ferry movement on the tachograph, you know, make sure that they're secure, safe, and there's systems put in place. Again guys, it's not that you're stupid and you can't understand it, it's the staff are extremely poorly trained, and the likes of our banksman training cures a lot of that, but you can't take laziness out of the human being. Anyway, let's get upstairs and get some breakfast. Alrighty guys, so we are just here on deck on the Stanley line, and as I say, I have Adam with me here today. Say hello Adam. Just thought we'd maybe ask Adam a couple of questions here when we're killing time. And as a lot of you know, Adam's with us in his HLA in, what is it?
Business management. Business
management, and within that obviously has to work within an active business. But as within the business, he's being scaled up in transport compliance, investigations, tachograph analysis, tachograph management, tachograph investigations, you know, fleet inspection techniques, training, transport manager training, all that sort of stuff. And he's coming along with them categories as well. So we'll ask you a couple of questions here, Adam, right? What is a HLA?
So HLA, it's just a higher level apprenticeship. So it's just where you're working and studying at the same time. So I would work, as you know, for TCTS Group for 4 days a week. Well, if you could call it work, Stephen.
True.
So I'd work there 4 days a week, and then 1 day a week I would go to the college, Southwest College, and do pretty much a full-time's worth degree in 1 day a week.
But you're doing that via university, aren't you?
Yeah, so it's it's also a university degree, but it's through Southwest College.
Tell me what you've learned since you've started with us.
Main difference between someone who's doing the HLA and in the classroom based full time, any university is not, they wouldn't be used to the business environment. Even alone getting used to the business environment, how business operates and how people are, getting used to business culture is dramatically a big help. It's the work experience that I think is a main vital point, and the teachers be saying that to us day in day out, that the experience we're getting alone is massive. Like they, on the full-time course, they go for a work placement, an 8-week work placement, and they say it's not enough for them. It's just not enough.
So, as you know, guys, we try and do question and answer sessions, and we've been holding this back for a long time, and I have lists and lists of questions for myself. People have been trying to ask, so I'm going to read a couple out here, and I'm going to put them on to Adam, because a lot of them's about, you know, getting into certain fields and specialising in certain fields. But one of the questions that I get asked a lot is in regard to transport managers. Okay, since you've been with us, how long are you with us now? Too long, by the way, too long.
Just over a year, about a year and a half.
Right, about a year and a half. So you've dealt with hundreds of transport managers, yeah?
Yes.
Now, are you shocked every time when a transport manager gets themselves in such a handling regarding the lack of non-compliance?
The basics understanding, you would be surprised at what some transport managers don't know. Like I know I'm only in this game a year and a half, and I've picked up I would say a vast amount of knowledge so far, and I will continue to do so, but I'm always surprised what transport managers don't know. Like even the basic maintenance contract for the maintenance facilities, a lot of them don't know they need that there, or even have the vehicle out of scope and take the printout for and after the shift. Basic stuff, you know.
And what about, and my answer to you is always, because I taught transport management, international transport management for 10 years, and that course only, you know, gives a summary overview to transport managers of what is expected from a qualified TM. And then when they go into the job on day one, they realise that, hold on a minute, you know, this is nothing to do with compliance. Do you see that yourself?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of them might have knowledge in other areas, but definitely in compliance it can definitely fall by the wayside.
Right. Another question I get asked all the time is, what is the difference in tachograph analysis and what's the difference in tachograph management? From you with us, what do you see the difference is?
Well, how I would word it is, tachograph analysis is it's just your bog standard basic software. So it is. It's a software.
Hold on. So people that's not from Northern Ireland, bog standard means simplified. Okay. Go ahead.
Thanks for stating that. I know you have a vast audience here. The tachograph analysis is just the software that you use to analyse your data. So the raw data from the driver's digicard and the vehicle unit, all that data needs to be analysed, and so it's the tachograph analysis software that does that for you. Now, when that data is analysed, there's the whole management of that data that has to happen. So, is your vehicles within calibration? Are they calibrated to the right reg? Has the company card been locked in? Is the company card in date? Is there different company cards for the different operating centres? What about the tachograph infringements? Are they being issued to the drivers? Are they being signed by the drivers? All the likes of that would be within tachograph management.
But then people will say to us, Adam, we have a public inquiry, we've been called to a public inquiry with a call-up letter or an in-chambers hearing, or DVA or DVSA are coming out to investigate us, but we have analysis in place. What's their problem?
They're not managing that data. So for all the likes of that there that we've seen, if you have good management of that tachograph analysis data, they wouldn't be coming out to you.
And have you seen many companies, large and small, that has any sort of tachograph management in place at all?
A lot of the time you would go in and see that they wouldn't have any system in place for monitoring, and that's how the issue gets. So the issue continues to grow and grows and grows, and they only do something about it when, as you said, they come forth to have public inquiry or an in-chambers hearing, and by that time, a lot of the time, it's too late.
And why is it that so many companies that we're involved in at court level or public inquiry level cannot get a bloody driver to sign an infringement? Why do you think? And you're, as you say, you're only a year and a half in this game.
In my experience, is they don't know what they're looking at, so they don't know why that driver is getting that infringement. And so for the likes of me, anytime I'm issuing an infringement to a driver, I would sit down and explain the infringement to them and get them to understand why that infringement is happening, so that it's not a recurrent thing. And that there would be the management process, is to stop that infringement from happening.
Exactly. So tell me this, a question I get asked all the time, because we have 6 main divisions, whether it's our compliance division, investigation division, training division, road safety division, vehicle examination division, whatever it is, we get asked a lot from younger guys, how do they get involved in this? Because it is a very specialist trade. How would you advise them to get involved, and how could they become a part of TCTS Group?
Well, that there HLA program, it worked well for me, and even if you're still taking applicants, maybe they can get into it that way. But yeah, the continuous professional development for anyone starting a career, no matter what age, old or young, has to be their own initiative to go forth doing that there. And if they continue to take on the relevant training courses, so you have the transfer manager qualification, you'd have the OLAT qualification for the driver's hires, as long as they get the categories and the right driving experience. That would just be the way I would say it.
Okay, and there's a lot of guys say that I'm very, very hard to work for, okay? But I say that's only the weak that say that. Would you agree with that?
No comment.
No, you have to comment on that.
No comment on that.
Well, a lot of people look to get in here, whether they're young guys or middle-aged or older guys, and they want to change their career and come into the specialist field. But, you know, am I hard to work for, or do I just want the thing done right?
Oh, you'd be hard to work for.
Adam, I can cut this bit out now, that bit.
No, hard to work for, but fair to work for. He just, as long as you go.
Whoa, go back there. This is hard to work for bullshit. This isn't right.
You would be hard to work for, Stephen.
I'm only hard to work for the week, but
I only had to work for the week.
You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, let me just explain that, is we need everything right. We need everything, you know, we dominate this sector. We're the specialist in our field, you know, through Ireland, the UK and Europe. We're the only company that provides this stuff at this level, and therefore my staff have to be the elite staff. So that's Adam talking there, guys, at a year and a half in. What age, Adam?
19, going 20.
Adam's 19, 20 now shortly. And you know the experience that he's gained here at TCTS Group. But again, guys, he's more experienced now at the moment. That I've dealt with people 25, 30, 35 years in this game, whether it's compliance consultants or transport consultants or Tachograph people, wouldn't hold a patch on it, you know. So it's good to get a bit of perspective here from Adam as a young lad coming in. And again, we've had guys, you know, coming to us in their late mid-30s, early 40s, same crack again. We will dedicate all our time and resources to train people up. So anyway, for younger guys, Adam, would you advise them to go down the road of transport compliance training, vehicle inspection, examination?
I would do, most certainly. People talk about a niche in the market when there's a small gap in it. For transport and this sort of service, it's massive. Any young man that wants a long, fulfilled career, I would definitely recommend going into transport compliance or fleet inspection, training, and that sort of route, without a doubt. Okay,
so anyway, that'll do us for the moment, guys. We'll put this wee segment in somewhere along the line, and I think a lot of the colleges and universities should, you know, listen up to this. We get contacted with nearly all of them, looking for people to come into our Transportation Logistic Academy, and you know, from our associates program even, it's great to get young people involved in the industry, but they just don't have to be coming in as drivers and warehouse operatives and forklift drivers. There are other careers such as transport compliance, investigation, tachograph analysis, vehicle examination, fleet inspection, accident investigation, all the stuff that we do. Check us out, guys, on www.tctsgroup.com, which will come along the bottom of the screen now. So let's get a wee juke. What's happening out here? Very, very quiet here today. You know, the stand line's big on their freight, and the freight's still coming in, but passenger travel, of course, is completely shut down, or near enough shut down, although restrictions have eased a lot in GB. Alrighty folks, so we are pulled in here at Lim Truck Stop. I had to meet up with two clients that the guys are out driving themselves, and now we're just parked in here for a bite to eat. So the sun is splitting the stones.
Gorgeous day, powerful day.
Powerful day, but Jesus, powerful day. Anyway guys, we're going to move on here. We need to get to Manchester. Hopefully meet up this evening with a couple of the guys that wants to see us, that have messaged us through LinkedIn, and then we will touch base with you then and see what's happening as we go along. Anyway, Adam, get in here, let's go.
Over and out. Good morning, Stephen.
Morning.
Why am I up at 5?
First of all, always beat the sun up. It's the main objective. Right, so we're hitting the road here now. We're heading for a quick job doing Salford, Clyde to meet, and then we're heading for Nottingham. Continuity fleet inspection, unannounced inspection, and then boom, down the road to the next location. I think we've 4 or 5 locations to hit today, and straight after that we're down to Surry, which is just south of London. Out here doing continuity fleet inspection on a number of vehicles and trailers just, so completely unannounced. So the techs have been out here, the fleet engineers, the mechanics, inspectors, they've been out. They've already prepped these vehicles and done them, and we're out now doing a continuity inspection to make sure that the guys have done them right, everything's in good condition. Even the legs you see here, new brake chambers, actuators fitted. You know, we go in and make sure then that they're fitted right, the paperwork's done correctly, the service time is correct. So at the moment we're doing this particular job. Where are we at the minute? Dawson Group, is it?
Yes, in Nottingham.
We're down here on site, but this is a continuity inspection and quality control management system. So the guys didn't know we're coming, we just landed on site. We've numerous sites to do today, and we'll just go through the vehicles that they're after inspecting or prepping. So in summary, Adam, that's it. Now can you get the paperwork done? Sean's across the yard doing another vehicle, Adam's running about doing all the technical inspections on iPad, and we need to keep moving, okay?
Yep, we'll
Thank
keep
you
you all updated.
Alrighty guys, so we're just finishing up here another number of vehicles out as we're doing this continuity fleet inspection. So this is a quality control system, it's an auditing system, and you know, we can't speak highly enough of why we provide this service. It goes and it highlights the sheer competence of service providers. You know, I'm out here doing this on behalf of RMB, it just happens to be the client. As you know guys, we're fully independent. You know, it doesn't really matter what the result is, we will highlight it. You know, we've done 3 unannounced visits today on RMB's guys. They didn't know we were coming. We've went through the vehicles they've done, and to be honest with you, all's looking top class at the minute, but we will be very transparent here guys, and we will highlight it. So I think young Adam is looking for me here. You look at me, Adam. So as you can see, we have RMB's tech down there. What are you looking?
Just your signature here.
So
thank you.
so just the electronic digital form guys, straight away, boom, submit it to the contractor, to the operator, or whoever is requiring it. So we're blowing down the road now another about 50 minutes to an hour to another site, on another unannounced visit, and yeah, we'll touch base to you. So forward! Alrighty folks, we are just here on site at Ladywell Convent down in Surrey, and we are delivering some training. Ladywell are in workshop management awareness for the workshop staff. Making a bit of footage here later on. We were chatting to the management, and obviously they follow us on social media, and therefore they've no problem with us putting up a bit of footage of the premises. But it's an absolutely beautiful place here, to be honest. I know it's raining at the moment, but I'll give you a wee duke of outside in the gardens. So workshop management guys, this particular course is workshop management awareness, and we deliver this anyway from company cars, company vans, to commercial vehicles, buses, coaches, emergency services, rapid response, every sector. You know, anybody that you have driving for work or driving in the course of their work. So the guys are out in lunch at the moment, and we have another hour, half an hour to do maybe at the moment, and then we will be down onto the workshop. We're just finished over here at Ladywell Convent down here in Surrey, and my phone's going mad in the background. So a great bunch of guys there, and guys and girls, you know, we have had some great feedback from the course today. So tomorrow now we are heading for Bristol. We have a number of unannounced continuity fleet inspection training courses to deliver, not training courses, sorry, vehicle examination inspections to deliver. Good morning. It is 6 AM. and what are we on, Thursday here now? We're just leaving Surrey after I got squeezed in to the shower between that sink. In this wee hotel, guys, doesn't look too bad, but complete shithole to be fair. But you have to do what you have to do. Thursday morning as we leave Surrey and head for Bristol, we're gonna bag up the road here.
So, what is the plan of action today?
So today we are in Bristol and we are heading now to another Royal Mail site on behalf of RMB Commercials to go in and do another unannounced assessment of their staff. So it's another continuity inspection at them for quality controls, and yes, I'm going to have to go from a nice short and tight job yesterday for delivering training to now lying on the vehicles, but that's what we live for. We don't sit around the table and talk shit, we go in action at all times. Right guys, so we're just down now at our second site in Bristol. And as you can see, we're down here in what used to be the airport. This is one of the, or sorry, the longest, I believe, the longest and widest airport that was in GB for the landing of, you know, some of the massive planes, the Concords and what have you. The gate, what was he telling us? It's a 20-year project?
Yeah, 20 years, 370
20
acres.
year redevelopment, which will include 3 schools, housing, industrial units. You know, it'll be all commercialised. We have Airbus over there on the left hand side. This site is taken by a number of companies, including Royal Mail. And as I say, we're sitting on the runway here at the moment, limited to 10 mile an hour for safety reasons, in case we take off into the sky. RMB Commercials. So, in summary here, guys, as you know, we came down to do a completely independent, unannounced inspection. We covered, I think, up to, was it 6 sites?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 sites up and down the country. It's a completely independent continuity inspection for quality control. So we go in, we examine the vehicle for roadworthiness, we assess the workmanship of the guys, his mobile techs, and to be totally honest, I'm at this long time, guys, 26 years, keep banging on about the standard of maintenance is absolutely on the ground within the commercial vehicle sector. And then we go out and do these unannounced visits to a company that's dominating the sector here in GB. Up to 14 vehicles on the road, up to 14 mobile techs, as well as their own workshops. We land in unannounced, put severe pressure on the techs, and cannot find a fault, guys. Every vehicle I checked, every trailer I checked, I could not find a fault. The standard of workmanship was absolutely top class. Credit to all the mobile techs, a massive credit to Nathan himself down at RMB. So in summary, Adam, since you're asking me, I have to say top class to fair play to everybody down there at RMB, guys, because we do this day in, day out, and I could make thousands of videos on the poor workmanship. I could make thousands of videos on the defects that we find all the time. So as I say, the only way to do this right, guys, for quality control is to do an independent unannounced inspection. 12 out of 10, 12 out of 10. Good morning, it is Friday morning. We are back here in Dream Luxury Apartments in Manchester, and another spot on room as usual. So quick wee message to Tom here, any of the guys. Shower in here, guys, love it, Tom. Proper size shower for a proper size man. That's what I say. Great apartment here again, guys. We have, you know, I know I've showed this numerous times, but even just walking into the kitchen here, funny setup. You guys can cook their breakfast, their lunch, their dinner, whatever it is. Morning, Adam.
Morning, Stephen.
What's your opinion here on the Dream Apartments? I think you've been here before, have you?
No, this is my first time this week of being on Dream Apartments, and absolutely beautiful.
So tired to get out of bed. You put your heart on a letter to chase it away. Got sad and it's all because of you. Hey, what's gonna give you more time forever? Know what they say, only time will tell. You know what they say.
Alrighty, folks, so we are here in Dublin Port, and we've been held up badly by being brought over here to the customs, I don't know what do you call it, quarantine section, whatever it is. They're saying we haven't got the, what do you call it, Adam?
PCR COVID test.
PCR COVID test. So they say we haven't got the PTR COVID test. Although there are exemptions, you know, for people who, if your journey originated in Northern Ireland, and also for the likes of in the course of your duty regarding transport. So we're here about an hour and a half now, held up, and just constant vehicles coming in and out from these guys as well. So we'll touch base and see what the story is.
Hi everyone, so it's currently 5 minutes past 7 and we're currently stuck in Dublin docks, and Stephen is dealing with the mans here at the customs checks. Stephen, what's the story?
Right, so it's like a time warp. It's like a time warp from years ago. Dealing with customs here at the minute, guys, who are saying that we need the testing although obviously we're heavily involved in the transport industry, the work that we were doing, where I'm after proving to him what we were doing, and therefore we fall into nearly all the exemptions. So even if we run it from our southern division, TCTS Ireland, they're still twisting here. Your man's full of shit, and I'm gonna have to just go back here at him and deal with this stuff with him. But in summary, guys, right, what he's saying is that the options at the moment is, so we're in Dublin Port here, the options at the moment is that he wants us to go back to Holyhead, okay, pay for the boat, back to Holyhead, go then somewhere in Holyhead or close by and get a test, and then get a negative test and come back into Dublin with this negative test, and then we will be allowed to proceed from the docks out. The next thing then is that the armies, I don't show them, but the armies behind here, what they will do is they will escort you to a hotel here in Dublin for 14-day quarantine. I'm saying to them, that's not going to happen, but more importantly, who's going to pay for this? Do you pay for that? Do I pay for it? What's the story? So the guy here, and listen, he's only doing his job, don't get me wrong, but we've had guys come in here earlier on this week. We've had guys, including myself, go in and out of here, and never a problem, because we can prove what we do as such. So that's the options here at the minute, guys. We either ship back over to England, get a test, come back in. We can get a test and we can go up over the top and enter Northern Ireland via, you know, the UK, and no problem at all. Or we can self-isolate, quarantine in a hotel they put you into, probably at your own cost, and you're escorted over by the armed forces. So I'm you know, doesn't matter if it's north or south, guys. I'm from Ireland. People use the word Irishman or whatever. I'm from Ireland. I'm getting back to my own country in Ireland, and this is sort of bullshit we have to put up with. But anyway, I know he's called the guards over here now, so let's see what these princesses say.
So Stephen, that was some ordeal.
Nightmare, Adam. Nightmare. That's 2.5 hours I'll never get back in my life. So we started, what time? I was up at 5 Friday morning. It's now, what, 8 o'clock Saturday morning. We had to head down for 2 hours or so on the boat. But in summary, guys, just had to overturn his decision. Had to get a wee bit technical with him on the exemptions and all that we have. And this isn't bluffing the system, guys, don't get me wrong. You have to do what you have to do. However, you know, we specialise in dominating this sector, hence why the company exists. And the guy he kept saying to me, it's your interpretation. And I says, absolutely, it's my interpretation and it's your interpretation. You know, I have a team of staff to look after, I have associates to look after, I have, you know, we have to respond to yard call-outs from the Garda, from the policing bodies, for vehicle examination, for accident investigation, and more importantly, our training. You know, our training is for the transport industry, for key workers, whether it's in logistics, warehouse, and blue light rapid response driver training, whatever it is, that's what we go and do. So yeah, I got him to turn the decision over, but you seen yourself, Adam, like we were heading back either to Holyhead to get a test and back over to Dublin, or we were going to be escorted by the armed forces to a hotel, wherever they have, for 14-day quarantine. Can you imagine me off for 14 days, Adam? It just couldn't work, kid. But anyway, guys, just want to put it into this vlog here. Just, you have to be very, very careful. Make sure you have everything in place. And again, we have everything in place. We know what we need. And then I've been in and out of here for weeks and weeks and not a problem. And then all of a sudden you get one guy who's interpreting the legislation incorrectly. One of the points that Adam brought up as well was the fact that on the other side in Holyhead, they're that clueless that they don't give you any advice, they pass no remarks. They look for the test. If you don't have the test, you say that, like as we said to them, the journey originated in Northern Ireland. So we went Northern Ireland, Dublin, GB, and then back again within 5-day period. And really what the guy was saying, yeah, that's no problem. So when we showed the customs, the same thing, he's saying no, that's only for shopping in the north and south, because GB is classed as overseas. But where the whole crack is, where the whole, you know, bullshit is that we can head up the top, go into Holyhead, go over Cairn Ryan, Stranraer, into Belfast or Larne, and we're back over with no problem, no test, no nothing. So anyway, exciting Saturday morning, and we weren't going to give up. We were going to overturn his decision by education, educate the customs, and just nightmare. Anyway, that is all. Alrighty folks, so that is us back in beautiful County Fermanagh, done 1,800 mile. up and down GB, stopped by the customs coming in, nearly deported out of my own country, back to another country. But anyway, thank you so much for watching the vlog. Give it a like, give it a share, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you wish, and follow our journey as we go along. Thanks so much, guys, and remember, who's got your back?